I think, in my opinion, that's one of the most difficult and challenging aspects of being a trial lawyer, because win or lose, after every trial, you kind of see the whole world differently. At least I do. And you start to re-examine everything that you did. It can be dangerous because you can overanalyze things and think, you can put too much weight on. Maybe you felt like a certain cross-examination didn't go the way as planned, and now you're attributing a loss to that. Or even if you got a great result, it didn't feel good in the moment, but once you polled the jurors, they're like, we don't even remember that testimony. It didn't stick out to us. So it's important that you try to identify from the juror's perspective what you think, actually swayed things if you have an opportunity to talk to them. But every single time you get finished with the trial, you're always kind of revisiting, did we like what we did in jury selection? Did we like the jury that we picked? Did we think that the way we presented the evidence was the most effective way? Did we like the sequencing of our witnesses? How did things shake out in closing argument? Did our case framing kind of pan out the way we thought? You're always looking at those things. You're always evolving. You're always learning. And that's actually, it's the most challenging thing, because you wish you could just have one established blueprint and be like, I'm just going to do this now. Here's my playbook. But really, every case needs its own playbook in a way. There's certain things you always do, but it's also one of the most fun things at the end of the trial to sort of look in the mirror and say, all right, in the next trial, what do you want to try? What do you think worked well? I don't know what you think.
Yeah, I mean, I think, they always say that you learn the most from your losses, which is true, because it's so painful. Mm-hmm. That really forces you to go back and take a look at yourself and what you've done and really analyze what can you do different, or what could you have done different to win that case. And I think if you're not doing that work, you're not challenging yourself, you're not thinking about that, you're going to stagnate. That's the way you get better as a lawyer, is constantly trying to figure out how you can do better, what you can do different, and get the best result for your client that way.